Welcome to This Explainer. We're going to dive right into something that's probably keeping a lot of supply chain folks up at night, the logistics dock. It is, without a doubt, one of the most critical bottlenecks in the modern supply chain. Today, we're uncovering exactly how to optimize your dock operations to achieve just incredible efficiency. By the time we wrap this up, you'll be treating your logistics dock exactly like a high-speed F1 pit stop, where literally every single second is engineered for maximum throughput, and precision is the absolute difference between winning and losing. So, think about it for a second. When volumes suddenly spike, what's the knee-jerk reaction for a lot of companies? Pour more concrete, right? They immediately think they need a massive capital expense, new physical infrastructure, more dock doors, wider yards, the whole shebang. But let's be real. Securing permits can take years, and the construction alone costs millions. So today, we're looking at the much more intelligent alternative, using brainpower over brute force to maximize your current operations. Look at this number right out of the gate, 15 to 25%. We're talking about a massive, massive gain in dock throughput here. This isn't just some fractional, marginal improvement. Moving an extra quarter of your volume through the exact same footprint, that's the kind of bottom line result that is guaranteed to firmly grab the attention of logistics executives looking for real results. And it actually gets better. You're also looking at a dramatic 20 to 30% potential drop in turnaround time, or TAT. Focusing relentlessly on that turnaround time is absolutely vital. And I want to be clear, these massive gains aren't just hypothetical whiteboard math. They are achievable operational realities when you apply the right strategies to your facility. All right, so here's our roadmap for this explainer. We're going to hit on the zero-cost capacity secret, dive into tracking core performance KPIs, discuss pulling strategic impact levers, and finally, look at how to realize those true capacity gains. We're reverse engineering this whole thing step by step. Starting off with the zero-cost capacity secret. The master plan here is actually pretty straightforward. The secret to capacity isn't always more space. More often than not, it's just better flow. Imagine having an executive dashboard that acts as your ultimate map to just entirely eliminate idle time, unlocking capacity without spending a single cent on new infrastructure. It's about perfectly aligning your vital metrics with the exact initiatives you need to improve them, creating a closed-loop system for dock efficiency. Instead of guessing where delays are happening, you get a real-time pulse on your entire operation. It's a total game changer. Moving right along to tracking our core performance KPIs. You absolutely have to diagnose your current dock operations before you even try to heal them, right? Just like checking the vital signs of a patient. You can't improve what you don't measure. So we're going to deeply analyze 5 core KPIs. The very first vital sign we're targeting, a vehicle fill rate greater than 90%. It's all about maximizing that weight and cube utilization. You want to meticulously fill every single available inch of 3D space inside that trailer, every single time a vehicle leaves the dock. Shipping empty air is literally the most expensive mistake in logistics. When you optimize the space inside the truck to this degree, you are effectively creating capacity equivalent to adding more vehicles to your fleet, without the nightmare of actually buying them. Next up, we need to talk about hitting over 80% dock utilization. And to pull this off, you need serious discipline on the floor. Think fixed loading windows, think wave-based dispatching, which basically means grouping and releasing trucks in highly coordinated batches rather than just a random trickle. By orchestrating exactly when a truck arrives and when the dock is active, you absolutely eliminate idle time at the doors. An empty, waiting dock isn't just a physical gap, it is lost, totally unrecoverable capacity. Now, when it comes to turnaround time targets, we aren't just yelling at the teams to go faster. You need segment-specific, actionable targets. We're talking less than 30 minutes for a small vehicle, under 60 minutes for a large one, and locking in that target average turnaround time for medium vehicles strictly at 45 minutes. Keeping that overall average under 45 minutes is the absolute linchpin to making sure your fleet moves rapidly and predictably in and out of the yard. And honestly, none of that speed matters without high-precision scheduling. You need an on-time dispatch metric of over 98%. This ensures all routes depart exactly within their allocated windows. If even one truck misses its window, it doesn't just delay that one shipment. It creates this massive cascading bottleneck for every single vehicle schedule behind it. It'll ruin your entire afternoon schedule in a heartbeat. Which brings us to the human element on the floor. Cases loaded per man-hour. This is the ultimate ground truth measure of how efficient your loading crews actually are. It's a continuous improvement metric that tells you exactly how effectively your dedicated loading crews and parallel teams are operating inside the trailer. It really goes back to that F1 crew analogy, highly synchronized, moving with total purpose. Okay, so we know our vital signs. Let's look at the action plan and how we pull strategic impact levers to actually influence those KPIs. The very first massive lever you can pull is setting an 80 to 90% pre-staging target. Basically, you want the vast majority of your shipments sorted, wrapped, and staged by route on the floor before the vehicle even backs into the dock door. When that trailer opens up, your team shouldn't be wandering the warehouse looking for freight. They should be executing an immediate, rapid-fire loading sequence. And that pre-staging? It pairs beautifully with a dedicated lane strategy. The crucial point here is categorizing your docks by route type: fast-moving, medium volume, and long distance. By assigning specific docks to specific types of routes, you radically reduce vehicle waiting times in the yard. It completely prevents those chaotic yard conflicts where a nimble, quick local delivery gets trapped behind a massive, slow, long-haul load that takes 2 hours to process. But how you actually put the boxes in the truck matters just as much. You have to implement route sequencing, loading vehicles in a strict reverse delivery sequence. So if stop 3 is the last stop on the route, it gets loaded first, pushed all the way to the nose of the trailer, then stop 2, and finally stop 1 right at the doors. Just imagine a driver digging through 50 boxes just to find the right one for their first delivery. It totally ruins your turnaround time. This one simple lever dramatically improves unloading speed once the truck reaches the customer's site. All right, bringing this explainer full circle to our final point, realizing true capacity gains. We've optimized the flow, staged the freight, checked the vitals. Let's look at the bottom line results that executives actually care about most. When you actually execute these strategic levers effectively, the result is a 15 to 25% increase in the volume of goods processed. And remember the absolute kicker here. That is more dock throughput achieved through the exact same number of physical docks you currently have. 0 new concrete required. Plus, because you're pre-staging 80 to 90% of your freight and utilizing those highly efficient parallel loading teams, you get this massive 20 to 30% drop in loading turnaround time. Your trucks spend way less time sitting at the dock burning fuel and way more time out on the road making profitable deliveries. And finally, all of this operational efficiency drops straight to the bottom line, which, let's face it, is going to make any CFO incredibly happy. By getting more product into every trailer and accelerating those asset turn times, you can effectively lower your total transport cost per case by 5 to 10%. That is a massive, highly sustainable competitive advantage for your logistics operation. I want to leave you with a thought to chew on. When you look out at your yard tomorrow, I want you to ask yourself, are your docks actively working for you, driving throughput and efficiency? Or are they literally just waiting for you, burning time, burning money, and hiding completely untrapped capacity? The blueprint to unlock that zero-cost capacity is sitting right in front of you. It's time to start optimizing your flow today.